In an exclusive chat with ET Now, Aviation Minister Ajit Singh has said Kingfisher needs to come out with a credible financial turnaround plan to avoid a suspension of its license. In an exclusive chat with ET Now, Supriya Srinath Singh made it very clear that Malia's airline is too small a player to change the dynamics of the Indian aviation sector, even if it fails.
Well, everyone knows that Kingfisher has been under stress for quite some time, almost a year. From 400 flights a day, they went down to about 70, 80 flights a day. And it was a continuous slide. The number of planes, operational planes, they kept changing, the schedule they gave to DGCA kept changing. But there's a difference between that and what happened about 3 weeks ago when the engineers went on a strike.
That's right.
Up to that time, their strikes were just by a section of employees, lasted for a day or half a day. Maybe 30 flights were cancelled, 40 flights were cancelled. But, and then employees were hopeful. So now when the engineers went on a strike, that means airworthiness certificate could not be given to the plane.
Right.
So now the situation is that employees are disgruntled. So that's a safety issue. And if all of them are on strike now, so DGCA has given them a notice. They have given them up to, I think, 20th.
That's right.
So they have to wait for a reply. And the reply has to be a little bit more concrete than we are talking to some people and we are hoping for something.
Right. It cannot be the replies that they have given in the past.
So far,
But sir, don't you think it is perhaps only right for the government to cancel license? And could suspension of license be an option before you, if not outright cancellation?
Yes, yes. Basically, if they don't reply, if DGCA is not satisfied, these are the only two options, suspension or cancellation.
What sort of a reply from Kingfisher will satisfy you?
They have to come up with how they will finance their operation. Today, that's the main issue. Can they infuse enough money? They haven't paid the airport authorities, they haven't paid the oil companies, they haven't paid the taxes, they haven't paid the provident fund dues, they haven't paid the service tax dues.
Right. But there is a lot of speculation that perhaps Kingfisher, by the virtue of being so big that it was, its license cannot be cancelled. The government cannot do that. I want to chew your brains a little more on this.
No, I don't think that's a concern. And in any case, I understand their license comes up for a renewal in December anyway. And if they give some kind of plausible reply that they can manage, mobilize resources, then maybe suspension would be one way.
But isn't it also a fair argument that the government may not want to keep an airline artificially alive? Why don't you just let Kingfisher die a natural death?
That's what we have been doing. Did we interfere in any way? But the fact is they're 22% of the market share.
I agree.
So it was a concern then.
But not now.
Now with 3% or less, it has already been taken care of in the marketplace.
Come the 1st of January 2013, ADF will be abolished. It's a huge respite as far as consumers are concerned. But my question is, what triggered this action? Was this the scathing remarks that the CAG report made on ADF?
See, basically ADF was imposed because there was a gap in funding. They wanted more money, and since 26% share was of AAI, Airport Authority, they said they don't have any more money to infuse more equity. So they resorted to ADF. Now, when this Kolkata and Chennai came up, we suggested to Airport Authority, they had suggested some ADF, that you have now money, so why don't you infuse equity? They agreed. And since that was all owned by AAI, no problem.